It's good?
Yeah, it's good.
Morning, Jim.
Good morning. My name is Jim Newton, and I will be your service associate today. Welcome to the Auburn Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, which is located on occupied ancestral land of the Muscogee Nation and housed in a building constructed by free, formerly enslaved African Americans. We gather here with humility, honoring those who came before us. We seek something larger than ourselves, a spirituality that will give our lives meaning and the opportunity to contribute to peace and justice in this world. We extend a special welcome to those of you who are visiting or still getting acquainted with this community, looking for a place you can call your spiritual home. We hope you will feel welcome and accepted just as you are. We invite you to join us in our mission to build a welcoming and caring community dedicated to challenging the mind, nurturing the spirit, and transforming the world through the pursuit of truth, love, and justice. If you are new, we invite you to add your name and contact information to our visitor log at the other end of the church near the greeters. If you'd like to receive our newsletter or sign up for our listserv, go to auuf.org/subscribe. Now, as we ring the bell to begin our service, please turn off your phone and other electronic devices. We welcome Carter for our prelude.
Hush, little baby, don't
it isn't just Kamala and Tim who bring joy to our lives. Thank you, Carter. These chalice-lighting words are from Yoko Ono. Spring passes and one remembers one's innocence. Summer passes and one remembers one's exuberance. Autumn passes and one remembers one's reverence. Winter passes and one remembers one's perseverance. In the spirit of later summer exuberance, may we gather this day. As is our tradition, we also light a candle for those individuals and families at our southern border who are separated from loved ones and suffering. May our elected leaders work with good faith to implement policies that respect the dignity and worth of those who are seeking a better life for themselves and their children, free from terror and deprivation. Please rise in body or spirit to join in our opening hymn, number 347, Gather the Spirit, in our great hymnal.
You'll note that this was written by Tim Scott, whom we have hosted in this very stage several times.
One of those days.
Spirit.
of the ways we care for our community is by sharing our joys, concerns, and milestones. We begin with a silent sharing and invite you one at a time to drop a petal into our communal bowl.
Outside.
If you have a brief joy, concern, or milestone you'd like to share with the congregation, please come to the front and share it using the microphone. Please maintain social distancing, coming to the microphone after the person in front of you has finished. If you are joining us virtually, please share your reflection in the YouTube chat.
This is a heavy
Yeah, that's for me.
Is that for you?
Just a quickie, I'll give you a report next week or the week after about the conference in New Mexico, which if I have to move there, I will not object to. It was magnificent. It was wonderful. I had 2 services. I learned things. It'll be even better. Thank you for providing me with the opportunity. I saved you money. People paid for my meals, so I only had to pay for 2 of them. I was spoiled. Anyway, the biggie is that I had surgery Tuesday for a hernia, and it turned out it had babies. There were 3. So I'm moving slow, so don't come rushing up on my front. My back, I don't care, just don't knock me over. Thank you.
I'd just like to say it's a wonderful joy to have Reverend Marti Keller back with us.
So my mom is having an art show on August 24th at the Opelika Art Show Center, and it's at 6 p.m. and she wants everybody should come to it. I baked little moon pies. They're supposed to be bears. They're brown blobs. Just look for the brown blobs.
Bears.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Yolanda Pittman, and I'm celebrating 3 years in child care with the church. I just want to say that I feel so welcome when I'm here, and this place is so awesome, and I love working here. August the 15th will be 3 years.
Oh, wow. Marty, Jim, everybody. We're making some progress in Camp Hill. We've done a lot of cleanup. A lot of work still needs to be done. Celebration and concern just to keep us in mind. And one of the people who's been really working her tail off, she's not been feeling well, Sherry. I'm not going to go into details, concern of confidentiality, but keep her in mind. And Demarius, if you've been wondering, he's still serving his National Guard duty. He wants to be back Wednesday of this week to take over the sit-in again. So keep him in mind too. Thank you.
So thank you for welcoming me back. And I wanted to get up and say what a joy it is for me to return for another year with you. And I also wanted to say it is my 27th year in Unitarian Universalist ministry, starting this fall. And somebody put on my Facebook, did I know Tom Brady?
To all with joyous concerns and milestones this morning, whether silent or spoken, may you be uplifted by this community and our common humanity. Religious community is like a river formed from the many streams of our individual lives, merging and flowing to the sea. The members and friends of this fellowship share our time, energy, creativity, imagination, vision, talents, and skills. Our metaphorical river also depends on our shared financial support to complement our time and energy. I call up Connor, our social justice chair, to tell us about our giving of the plate recipient for August.
Morning, everybody. Okay, second Sunday. These come quicker every month, it seems. Funny how that works. Okay, so our giving of the plate this month is the Lee County Literacy Coalition. This is another organization nominated during our service back in February, I think it was. So I'll tell you a little bit about the Lee County Literacy Coalition, or the LCLC, as their acronym has it. It's a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing adult literacy programs at no cost to the community. Key benefits of adult literacy include increasing and leveraging resources to meet the current demand for adult literacy services. 1 in 5 Alabamians is functionally illiterate, with more than 24,000 men and women in Lee County alone. There are neighbors, our friends, and maybe even someone that you work or go to church with. According to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development and the U.S. Department of Education, 48 million adults in the United States lack basic work skills like literacy, numeracy, and problem solving. The Lee County Literacy Coalition's vision enhances traditional programming and extends its reach by leveraging technology. Literacy workshops are offered via webinars with online tutoring options. An aggressive campaign to recruit and train volunteer tutors is underway to include strategic outreach to targeted demographics. So, seems like a good organization. Thanks, and I'll see you next month.
At this time, we invite you to give as generously as you are able in service of our mission. You may contribute online via PayPal or Venmo at auuf.org/donate. If you are writing a check, make your check payable to AUUF. You can drop it in the offering bowl or mail it to P.O. Box 669, Auburn, Alabama, 36831. Whether by check or online, please note whether your donation is for your pledge or our monthly plate giveaway. If this is your first time with us, please allow the offering basket to pass you by. Your joining us this hour is a gift. Now the offering will be received with gratitude.
playing on the sidewalk, a little music from the house next door. So I walked on up to the doorstep, heard the screaming across the floor. Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Oh, there's a jazz under my eyes.
So, Reverend Marti Keller has this morning's moment for all ages. Do you want to invite the young children?
Yes, I invite those young in age or, young in age for a story, yeah. I have a story. Good morning. Good to see you. Are y'all back in school? When did you go back in school? Okay. So, what did you like about summer, your summer break? Sleeping in. What else? Playing with your friends. Other things? What do you like about summer? Your summer break? What? Going to summer camp. Wish I'd gone to summer camp. So it's summer now, and you're back in school. When I was growing up, we didn't go back to school till the week after Labor Day. Quite a bit later. I'm sure some of you know, what is the official end of summer? September 21st. So we still have a ways to go in summer. But what are you looking for in the fall or autumn or whatever we call it? What do you like about the fall? It's not burning hot. Very good. You're a woman after my own mind. Not burning hot. Whatever. What else? The leaves change. Other things? I talked about this last week, and one of the people said Halloween, 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 Halloween. So we're gonna watch a book that talks about summer to fall, and what is different about summer to fall. So here.
Hello, late summer morning. Hello, trees. Hello. Now that the cool winds have come, we love how our branches sway in the sun. Hello, playful foxes and singing blue jays. Hello, we are busy looking for food. Some of us are heading south to our winter homes. Hello, walking stick and butterflies. Hello, we're surprised you saw us. We try our best to blend in, and we'll do the same in warmer places. Hello, beavers. Hello, chipmunks. Hello. We have no time to play because we're making cozy nests and dens. It will be cold soon, and we want to get ready. Hello, flowers. Hello. We are leaning into the sun, enjoying the last summer rays. Some of us, like actors and flocks, are late bloomers. We make the end of the season even more colorful. Hello, thunder. Hello. You can hear my low rumble from far away. My clouds loom over the open fields and quiet hills. Hello, breezy wind. Hello, I love to whoosh, drizzle, and leaves through the misty streets. Hello, chill in the air. Hello, it's time to bring out your thick sweaters and scarves.
Not yet.
Hello, puddle. Hello, now that the wind has come, I often get covered with falling leaves. Hello, leaves. Hello, we are changing our colors. Some of us turn red or brown, while others turn gold or yellow. The dogwood leaves turn purple. Hello, big orange sun. Hello. I am setting earlier and earlier now that summer is coming to an end, but I will see you again tomorrow. Goodbye, summer. Hello, Autumn.
Sing the children out.
Eyes be open to the learning. May your words bring truth into the world. May your heart so love and your hands do justice as you go your way. As you go your way in peace. As you go your way in peace.
We have two readings today. The first from Natalie Babbitt. The first weeks of August hang at the very top of summer, the top of the livelong year, like the highest seat of a Ferris wheel when it pauses in its turning. The weeks that come before are only a climb to balmy spring, and those that follow a drop to the chill of autumn. But the first weeks of August are motionless and hot. It is curiously silent too, with blank white dawns and glaring moons and sunsets smeared with too much color. And this from Deb Coletti. Summer, after all, is a time when wonderful things can happen to quiet people. For those few months, you are not required to be who everyone thinks you are, and that cut grass smell in the air and the chance to dive into the deep end of the pool give you a courage you don't have the rest of the year. You can be grateful and easy with no eyes on you and no past. Summer just opens the door and lets you out.
Thanks, Jim. Two different readings, two different visions of summer. One's got the sun smearing up the sky, and the other one's like summer's really cool. So let's have a vote to begin with. Who thinks summer is like really cool? Like not cool, cool like great, not temperature though. Okay, who for whom is summer perhaps not the favorite season? Yay! Then maybe I don't have to give this sermon, because this is the anti-summer sermon. A wise Greek wrote that all is one, yet everything comes in season. And despite the fact that summer does not officially start till, we all know that it really starts Memorial Day weekend. That's when you can wear white shoes with fashion confidence.
And when Sunday circulars start advertising sales on oversized gas grills and 4th of July decorations and now Christmas. But it does not officially end until September 21st, even though school is in these parts long in session. In my town, the very beginning of fall is when they go on their first vacation since they've been in school so long. This year, in my parts, but I think it was true also in Auburn, the first orange alert for unhealthy air, which we used to call smog, was May 6th. It's true. I wrote it down and I groaned, what with the high tree pollen and leaf count, mold counts as well. No matter that the weeks that followed were almost as cold and gray here in the South as July is in the San Francisco Bay Area, where I lived most of my life till 31 years ago. The coldest winter Mark Twain ever spent was July in San Francisco. But I knew even then that it was an aberration. Do you remember? It was kind of cold, and I was thinking, what the hell is going on? It was only a matter of a few hours or days before the southern heat set in and the humidity rose, and whatever cold I feel between then and sometime in September would be the frigid temperatures inside every building, especially movie theaters. Let alone the blazing intensity of heat domes and a record number of ferocious tornadoes and major hurricanes forecast as El Niño settles in. I don't think we're at the end of hurricane season, do you? No. Brace yourself. Let alone the sweltering and battering vagaries of the climate change that certain governors are banning from our publicly funded vocabulary. As much as I love spring here in the South, and how many of you really love spring here in the South? Yeah, the usual magic unfurling of bulbs and bushes, the crocuses, the daffodils, the tulips, the stinky pears, the dogwoods, the azaleas, then the azaleas. This is the order that they come in the spring. I ironically observed the order of their blooming with increasing dread because this was evidence that we were that much closer to summer. This year, like last year, as I recall the year before, the blossoms came in 2 weeks too early. And then I knew we were already in summer trouble. The calendar may have read still spring. There indeed were flowers abounding, but they didn't fool me, judging by the cunning switching out of flora. Those magnolia blossoms way too early. The begonias and planters way too early. Don't let me get started on the roses way too early. It might as well have been July. Not my favorite month in my least favorite season. The 2024 summer season has come and has a ways to go, no matter how hard I try, no matter how hard you try to wish it away. Take my husband. Take my husband. My husband tries to comfort me each July by insisting that summer is over when school starts in most districts by early August. You just saw that. Never borne out by actual changes in the temperature or humidity. So this summer loather knows that September 21st is still many, many weeks ahead now. I was, you see, the kind of kid who pretended to look forward to the end of the school year and then eagerly registered for the very first summer school session inside. The kind of kid whose scary Aunt Doris had to order to go outside in the fresh air and sunshine when I had spent an entire week holed up in her guest bedroom reading, unappreciative, she scolded me, of the rare good August weather in her corner of New England. The kind of kid, the kind of adult who has little or no use for sand, which always comes with beaches. I am, by the way, not alone in not preferring summer. You're not alone, those of you who raised your hand bravely and honestly, in not preferring summer. In fact, I'm in rather good literary company, so I'm going to share a few of our literary notables who shared our same feelings, my same feelings. Ralph Waldo Emerson, one of our Unitarian heroes, wrote that do what we can, summer will have its flies. Samuel Taylor Coleridge reported that summer has set in with its usual severity. Sidney Smith in Lady Holland's memoir declared, "Heat, ma'am, it's so dreadful here that I found there was nothing left for it but to take off my flesh and sit on my bones." He said it. Or Russell Baker, who observed, "Ah, summer, what power you have to make us suffer and like it." Or essayist Anne Lamott, who confesses, "Summer nearly does me in every year. It's too hot, and the light is unforgiving, and the days go on way, way, way too long." When the rapture, do you remember when there was a countdown to the rapture a few years back? Did not come off as predicted by a minister in Oakland, California, and it was during the summer, I was said to have muttered that this didn't mean we had been saved from the hellishness of summer here. One columnist observed that while somebody led us to believe we wouldn't be here another week, that there would be no more ribs, no more moon pies, no more Peachtree Road races to train for. It's the one in Atlanta, but you know about that one, don't you? For the end of the world had been at the very least delayed, leaving us with something, she wrote, much, much worse. Nothing has changed. We are still here, and what lies ahead, she noted, beastly humidity in months of seasonal traffic snarling highway work. Okay, that's all the bad news about summer. I have to give equal time, right? On the other hand, Caitlin Matthews, writing in Summer Solstice, celebrating the journey of the sun from May Day to harvest, argues for the particular pleasures and gifts of each season, with summer being a time for reverence for the sun. A time universally, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it, in religious traditions, the sun is revered in the summer. Not the blonde bikini sun worshippers of modern Madison Avenue or the TikTok creation, but the ancient tradition of giving thanks for the season of maximum daylight that warms us and promotes our growth. From the beginning of recorded history, the sun has symbolized glory, power, and brilliance. In all of the formerly recorded mythologies and spiritualities of the world, the sun is portrayed as a god or a goddess. In Egypt and Greece and Rome and even Christianity, the early years of Christianity, Jesus was described as the Christ, the sun, driving his chariot across the sky. Did you know that? Jesus, the sun, crossing the sky. For our ancestors, we are told, the coming and goings of the sun were a constant sacred reminder of the cycle of life itself, the triumph of light over dark, life over death, with festivals of the sun being celebrated in Eastern religious traditions, at celestial temples such as Angkor Wat in Cambodia, in Hindu culture, where nearly all of the major Hindu deities are associated with the sun. For the Celts, the metaphor of human tradition is that of being shaped from clay, and we are also formed from clay. The rhythm of the seasons outside nature is also active within our own hearts. There are 4 seasons in Celtic tradition within the clay heart, each of them providing different fodder with different challenges and gifts for the soul. Writer John O'Donoghue describes the different challenges and gifts for the soul that accompany each season, from the bleak, emptying time of winter to the great exuberance and hope for spring. And then there is summertime. So this is what he has to say. Summer is seen as a time of light and growth and renewal. It's a time of great balance. You are in the flow of human nature. You can take as many risks as you want. You can take as many risks as you want and always land on your feet. In the summer, there is enough shelter and depth of texture around you to balance and ground and mind you. Summertime as a time to take risks. What does that look like? Down my way, in Metro Atlanta, while driving on the tumultuous freeways can be even more risky in the summer, I read recently that some local ordinances all but ban kids from having fun. threatening fines and even jail time for those who make it possible. This is all true. In 2 Atlanta metro towns, jingling ice cream vendors are banned. And in others, kids are forbidden from playing catch on sidewalks or in cul-de-sacs. Too risky. Columnists Angela and Dennis Buttermere, in their newspaper column Joyful Daily, have other less obvious suggestions for taking a walk on the wild side in the summer. Eating with your fingers if you would never do that. Wearing mismatched clothes like I did unintentionally with 2 different shoes on a recent early morning dog walk. Staying out too late. Now, let's talk about what too late is for some of us. Taking a spontaneous road trip. One possibility, and I know how many of you ever get to Six Flags? I mean, I'm aware of geographic distance, but Six Flags isn't that far, is it? Six Flags? Or the wild water parks around here. Well, anyway, I'm going to tell you about Six Flags. The new Georgia Surfer roller coaster ride that just opened at Six Flags this year. Riders strap into a free spinning seat on top of a massive board that travels the wavy track at up to 60 miles per hour before diving into a splash pool. You want to do it? No. Take a risk? Yay! This past March, on opening day, brought additional unanticipated risk, however, when bands of teens, 600 or so at a time, roamed the grounds, running amok and startling paying customers, calling for an unaccompanied youth adult chaperone policy after 4 p.m. Wow. Too much of a risk? Or is this normal thrill seeking for you? You see, my twin brother has never seen a roller coaster he hasn't immediately wanted to ride. So that doesn't count, does it? For my husband, physical risk taking means walking across the Brooklyn Bridge. He has a fear of suspended heights that made this a challenge when he did this last year, and a terrifying but exhilarating summer risk. For me, swimming in water where I can't feel the bottom fits the bill. Taking food risks. Are you taking notes? I'm giving you good ideas. Taking food risks is another possibility. Not, of course, eating anything that would trigger severe allergic or dietary reactions, but it is perhaps something you would not ordinarily consider, such as traveling to Corinth, Mississippi for their Slug Burger Festival, a deep-fried and beef and soy meal patty served on a bun, or the West Virginia Roadkill Kickoff. For me, it might be breaking down and surprising my husband by agreeing to a matinee showing of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, wherein the human population has been rendered dumb by the same virus that makes apes intelligent. After all, it's just a couple of hours out of my entire life. Or Longlegs just came out, the front runner for the scariest movie of 2024, described as a supernatural horror. Or what I actually did was sat down on a Saturday afternoon, and this is so hard for me to confess. I watched my first Star Trek movie. Star Trek, no, 4. I hated it. Which is taking a risk, telling you, see? Beyond or in addition to physical or cultural risk-taking, there's theological risk-taking. Consider rereading or reading Houston Smith's book on world religions, and visiting or revisiting the religion or aspect of a religion that is the most difficult or the most puzzling to you. Or explore from a place of curiosity a belief that you absolutely don't get. For me, it might be picking up a book on past lives. I don't get it. Or the notion of a real heaven. Or at least skimming through one of the host of new books, fiction and nonfiction, on the devil, including a new one that documents the history of exorcisms and the history of human sacrifice. Wow. A petrifying read, according to one reviewer. Or my husband's most recent airplane read, a glossy magazine about secrets of the supernatural, with an article about the 20 most haunted places in America. What would it be for you? What would it be for you? And then there's spiritual risk-taking in the summer season for the sake of balance, deliberately switching out one form of practice for getting whole and connected for another. So spiritual balance. What practices do you do? Can you switch it out? Reverend Peter Tuss Richardson, a UU minister, developed what has been lauded as an ingenious way of using a combination of Jungian psychology and personality types to delineate 4 types of spiritual journeys, in some ways parallel to the 4 seasons, what he has called the 4 ways. 4 spiritual ways. Meditation, intellect, devotion, or love and works. His theory is that we can use the Myers-Briggs personality types. Most of you have done that. So you take a look at your personality type to sort for the 4 native spiritualities: the journey of unity, the journey of devotion, the journey of harmony, and the journey of works. While we begin with a strong and basic or native spiritual preference and practices attached to them, he is convinced that each one of us can develop what he calls, and I love it, considerable spiritual poise. Spiritual poise, an equilibrium coming from a place of creative understanding of the 3 other spiritualities that are not primarily our own, moving around a circle like a mandala, moving around the seasons of the year. The summer season then might be the best time, as we are supported and grounded and encouraged to take risks, to deliberately try out opposite practices. For me, whose native comfortable spirituality is a journey of unity, I like reading sentences and meditating silently, reflecting on a single word or picture. That adds the most clarity, balance, and symmetry to my life. Ordinarily, it would be good for me to take up the practices of the journey of devotion with hands-on, direct experiences, music, dancing, exultant singing, even the swinging of incense would be an enrichment and a risk for me. I should probably try washing feet or washing people's feet. That's a spiritual practice, yeah. Or serving soup. You know what I'm saying? I need to switch it out. You need, perhaps, to switch it out. For some whose primary practice is doing, is action, is works, whether swimming, laps, or walking meditation, or for many of you protesting injustice, a quieter, reflective time of silence, or yoga, or devotional reading would be the kind of summer risk we are being encouraged to take. Or those of us whose usual journey is seeking harmony. How many of you just want things to be harmonious? Okay. I'm going to tell you how to switch it out. You ready? You might deliberately try to find and really experience places of discordance, which is not hard to do every day lately. Or, this is my very favorite instruction for you, plant a chaos garden. Randomly sprinkling leftover seeds and mixing annuals and perennials, fruits and vegetables, and being curious about what sprouts. I tried it a month ago, nothing. But I took the risk. Take this season as given us, hot and humid and indolent and fertile, lushness everywhere and a depth of texture, a time of light, growth, and renewal, and the cycle of life. A time to take risks. May it be so. That was in the
311.
311. Let it be a dance. Please rise in body or spirit. On the great hymnal, let it be a dance.
And again, Martha's not exactly in her best dancing,
But some of us are.
but she's here.
All right, let's dance.
I wouldn't miss being with you folks for anything.
A lot of faith in this guy.
Some of you can just drop your heels and dance if you want.
You want to put the book down?
Yeah, let's do it.
That looks like it's just gonna fall. It was making me nervous.
Just the last little bit. That'd be amazing.
Victor's got it. We're in control.
Let's go. Dance. Let it be a dance with you. When I have this dance with you. When the good let it be a dance. Let the dancing song be heard. When the music say the words. Try to sing the words. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. When we follow the word to feel the rhythm, feel the beat. To reach the harvest with the sea. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance with you. May I have this dance with you. Good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Everybody's You may be seated. So the closing words on the subject of spirituality of summer, I have two sets. One is from Albert Camus. In the depth of winter, I finally learned that there was in me an invincible summer. And from my favorite recent philosopher, Taylor Swift, it was quite a moment when I discovered that summer is quite different, a different experience when you know how to grow. May it be so.
Please join me in these words as we extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of unity, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Before we adjourn, anyone with a brief spoken announcement, they come to the microphone.
Good morning, everyone. Just a brief announcement to remind everyone, after potluck, we will be holding our monthly board meeting. And as has become our custom recently, we do devote some time to any concerned members or friends for some time. So the meeting should start around 12:30. If you'd like to attend, our invitation is open to everyone. Thank you.
In the Bush Center.
In the Bush Center, my bad.
Salmon or Seeker are out of town this weekend, but the Rising Gardens Community Market will be next Sunday from 3 to 7 at the Montessori School. I just wanted to thank everyone who made donations to our gathering of school supplies. It's back to school, as you've heard, very earlier than expected. Anyway, if you have stuff with you today, come find me during potluck and I'll take it and distribute it. Thanks again.
I want to thank Marty for being back from Sunday services. We really appreciate that. I want to remind everyone that next week is the ingathering. So bring your waters, either real, figuratively, imaginary, or whatever. Be on the lookout during the week for instructions about the waters. And we're going to wear our finest because Daryl will take our annual picture. So it's our ingathering, and then that'll be the picture that represents us for the next year.
Good. Okay, Peter's real shy, so I'm going to get eye contact, right? It's still on for Tuesday, the dress rehearsal with your new band. It's a bluegrass band, and they're really good. And so they're going to do a dress rehearsal at the Resting Pulse, so it's going to turn into a win-win thing. They're going to make money off some musicians. Live music is way cool, and these guys are way cool. And Peter is so shy, but he's really good. And they got a fiddle and a banjo and stuff, and he invited me to rehearse with these cats, and it's going to be cool. And then the big show is later on in Dadeville on the 16th. But since, Opelika is closer, you show up on Tuesday evening about 6:30 or something? 6:30? 7? Okay, the summer days are so long, you want to go out on Tuesday night, drink responsibly, listen to bluegrass music. Well, that's not very responsible. Anyway, but please, just talk to Peter and me. Yeah. Resting Pulse. It's called Resting Pulse. It's in Opelika. It's people that drive. You got to drive there.
Oh, and one final announcement. Alabama Arise is going to have their annual meeting on the last Saturday in September, and I'll send an email with details. But for those who don't know, Alabama Arise is a statewide member-led organization advancing public policies to improve the lives of Alabamians who are marginalized by poverty. And so AUUF is a member, so we can send 5 representatives to this conference free to help pick the top issues for next year. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll be helping to organize a carpool on the last Saturday in September. Please stay after the benediction for coffee, conversation, and this month's potluck. The service is over, but community continues. Now let us sing the benediction. The words are in your order of service.